Hello, everybody. I'm Ernest. Well, I'm stuck in traffic driving through Austin, Texas, on my way to Dallas for the weekend. This is Labor Day weekend 2024. I think it's August the 30th? I think. I'm not sure. So, what I'm here to talk about is life after divorce. 9 years later, how did it all work out? I say it worked out pretty darn good. It was rough at the beginning. I can say it's the hardest thing I've ever done. It affected me more than anything, even in losing family members. It was harder than that for some reason. Whatever the reasons are about the differences in divorce, I think it's sort of a death in itself, in the Institute of Family, maybe. I don't know for sure. So usually it's the woman that files for divorce. In my case, it was my ex-wife, on the grounds that she didn't have any feelings for me. And if you know anything about women, it's all about what their feelings are. And right or wrong, I don't know how that works, but us men, we sometimes suppress our feelings and keep trucking along, even though it might be wrong. Maybe we should learn something from the women. I don't know. But that's what she divorced me at. And that she didn't want our kids seeing how bad our marriage was and thinking that it was okay to stay in a marriage like that. And to tell you the truth, I didn't understand that quite a bit because, in my opinion, the marriage wasn't all that bad. We didn't fight that much. We didn't have really financial difficulties. It's just whatever she was feeling. And right or wrong, she filed for divorce. So it's going to be 9 years. I can't remember when my divorce was final, either early November or late October of 2015. So it's almost a decade. Wow. I've almost been divorced as long as I was married. The thing about divorce, as far as a man goes, I feel you're kind of on your own, and nobody's really concerned about how the man feels because you're kind of supposedly supposed to be okay, and you're a man and you take care of yourself, and that's what men do. We just get it done. Nobody's really going to feel the pain that you're going through or be there with you. In most cases, I can't say, I've reached out to my family. They were as supportive as they could have been. And they're not near me or live nearby me. And so I pretty much did it alone. I did do some counseling. That did help, and it got me, what the counseling did with me, it got me on my journey to mental health. And I researched it. I watched a lot of YouTube videos on the subject, and I can say it benefited me a lot, and I am way better. I feel like I'm a stronger, better person after have gone through divorce. That whole saying, no pain, no gain. that's true with mental health too, because life can be hard, and you need to be harder if you can, and just be patient with yourself, and to let the emotions flow through you and leave you. Sometimes they don't completely leave. There is some resentment there. I cannot deny, because it was pretty traumatic. Now, they do say women move on faster than men. I believe that. I've seen that so many times. With my experience with my ex-wife and with women I just know, and I think it's a lot of opportunity for women. Women are constantly getting hit on, and it's just a lot easier for them to just find a romantic partner or a fling or whatever. I can tell you that, like me, in this 9 years, I had one relationship that was 4.5 years, and my ex he moved in a neighbor and his son, like literally like 2 months, 3 months after I moved out of the house. That lasted about 8 months, and then she met another guy. She married that guy. I don't remember how long they were married, like a year and a half. And I kind of actually liked that guy. He seemed to be an okay guy around my kids and all that. And but she divorced him too. She kicked him out of the house, and then she, 3 or 4 since then. Like every year, there's a new guy. I've always been slow to get in a relationship, and I've had like 3 or 4 relationships in all my 61 years of being on this earth. I'm not saying that I didn't have other women there, but I wouldn't consider them relationships. They were, as they're just women that passed through my life, and it was nothing serious. But that's how it worked out in my way, in my particular divorce. Financially, yeah, the guy usually takes a hit, especially versus a woman if you have kids, or if you make if you're the breadwinner, or you have a business or whatever, and she doesn't, or you're gonna pay for it. Luckily, in my case, it was we were kind of like on equal ground. She was educated, she made good money, I made good money. She had a retirement with the state government, I had a retirement with the federal government. So we were probably better off than most, I guess. And but luckily it was kind of a stalemate, in between us. Like, I take yours, you'll take mine. We just decided just to keep our monies separate, and she wanted child support and the house, and so I gave her that. And I probably could have kept ownership of the house. I just didn't. I don't know. At the time when I got divorced, I just wanted out. I left a lot of stuff behind. I left all my guns. I left my tools. Just tons of stuff. I'm sure she got rid of some things. I know she kept my tool chest because I was at their house to fix my daughter's bike. The tire was flat and they let me in the garage, and there was my big old roll around tool chest. She still had it. So, I mean, but those are the things that you just, I can replace it. I didn't have a place to go. If you've seen my other videos, I moved into an RV. Basically, I think it's temporary. I was thinking, well, eventually I'll get married, and 9 times out of 10, the woman has the house like my ex did, and I would just move in there or something, or some kind of situation like that was, I was thinking that was 90% of the time. That's what I've seen. So, but I ended up in an RV and realized how cheap and economically advantage it was to live there, and I just haven't found a reason to move. Yeah, I can afford to buy a place to be, or a house, apartment, or something, but I'm quite comfortable the way I'm living, and it offers me the freedom to just come and go as I please. I basically just sleep in the RV anyway. So my lifestyle now that I'm divorced is a lot different from my lifestyle when I was married. And I'll just take off on a whim, like this Labor Day weekend, right? I'm on my way to Dallas. I'm going to go to the JFK Museum. I've always been interested in that there in Dealey Plaza. I'll probably see some other sites there in Dallas, and then at night I'm gonna go dancing. I'm gonna go out to the country nightclubs and go dancing, and then I'll come back and go back to work next Tuesday. Today's Friday, by the way. So my one daughter's already 18. She'll be November should be 19, and in April next year my daughter will be the youngest will be 18 also, and so I can stop paying child support. I'm not saying I won't be giving my daughters money, but I won't be giving it to the ex. I'll be giving it to my daughters, and they want to help their mom, well, so be it. That's up to them. But that responsibility that I have to provide legally will come to an end. And that's a good feeling, to have that bill, because it's pretty much equals out to like a mortgage, like a small mortgage is what child support ends up being. And then you still got to have your own place, and so that's just the way it is. So now that I'm 9 years out, what advice could I give you? And this is probably more directed to men, because that's what I can relate to more than what's going on the woman's side. Be careful on the habits that you get when you become divorced. In my case, I was going out excessively, like 4 times a week, drinking all the time. I picked up the habit of smoking. I just quit back in November, so I'm coming almost on a year of stop smoking, but it took me like 8 years to stop to get back to not smoking anymore. I go out still now that I'm single again, but I'm only going out like twice a week. I try to watch the drinks I get, because I love my Jack Daniels, and I can go a little bit overboard if I'm not careful. Yeah, so watch out with that. Womanizing is fun. but it's not everything in life. Seek out other things. I like to travel. I like to work out. That's one thing I would recommend, is working on yourself physically, mentally. If you did something wrong in the relationship that could have caused the divorce, acknowledge it and fix that about yourself. Financially, if you it depends on your situation. That all's different. For some people, they're gonna have for some men, you're gonna have to pay the alimony. Other times, and then one like me, I was fortunate. All I had to do was pay child support, and it wasn't really a struggle because of the way I live in my RV too. So that's something else that you could do. It's not for everybody, but it worked out for me. I don't know how long I'm gonna live in my RV. Is it gonna be the rest of my life, or am I going to get involved with a woman and move into her house or some other situation? I don't know. I got the world ahead of me, and I can decide what I want to do, and I need to make good use of my time. So anyway, if there's any other questions, just put them in the comment section. I want to thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time.